I'm very clear in my mind, yes.
There was something called the Martha effect.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as she was nominated to the post. But when Kenya Kwanza you were launching...
Azimio. It's not, when you were launching, not a countrywide effect. It's an Azimio
when you were launching
thing,
your
yes.
charter, you said this is about Mama Mboga, not Mama Moja, I think is how you put it. And there are those who said Kenya Kwanza therefore was running scared with now coming in with the pledge to give 50% of cabinet posts to women. What's your response to that?
You know, that's not about being scared. I think we are talking about putting our commitments on paper, pen and paper, and having the presidential candidate to sign it and commit himself publicly in a public, on a public stage, and responding to the Mama Mboga, to the ordinary women, one-on-one, face-to-face. You can hold him to account when he takes the government. And it is not by coincidence. It is a deliberate activity, a deliberate action, a document that he has also gone through and has been part of working for that document. If you look at the women working with him, for sure you cannot dismiss us. We are there, we are strong women, and if the fact that he has deliberately supported those. Look, we are talking about Rose here. Rose was one of the dynamic women, even her record, even in the Legislative Assembly. And it is sad that we keep on losing women when we are supposed to be increasing. So when we talk about a document that is very clear, it can be interrogated, it can even be improved, and we will be setting the record. We cannot be proud at the situation and where women are today. It has been our government, have been part of that government, but we have not achieved what we wanted to achieve. Even cabinet, I think there was one slot that we didn't get. So when we speak to 10 slots, we are talking about 50-50 of that government in terms of planning, policy, ensuring that we will also seek to put women who can be able to compete. You know, it can no longer be tokenism, I agree. And therefore, I want to challenge the other political parties not to come and flash one woman. And with respect, I'm very happy for you. But we want serious activity in terms of where are you taking the women? Where is the women stake in your government?
Okay.
And show us by what you will be doing with that. You know, we didn't achieve the two-third gender principle, not because we don't have the constitutional framework, the Bill of Rights, including up to Article 81, Article 100, Article 27, they are in place. It is lack of coming up with a legal framework to implement that became a challenge.
Okay.
So our government...
But speaking as a woman, when you see Ruth nominated for the post of deputy president, Martha Karua nominated, cleared, I should say cleared by the, nominated and then cleared.
I don't know. I think they are just playing, they're just using the women card, thinking that it will work. I mean, it's not sufficient. I want to say that you may have one deputy president and then you do not also achieve. You know, we had a government that had made promises, but we did not achieve the two-third gender principle. So you cannot be satisfied that because you have put Alice in office as your running mate, then women should sit pretty. Women must demand equal share or at least achievement of the minimum constitutional threshold at this stage, not tomorrow, by the way. And even if I was the running mate, because, you know, you should also be congratulating me because I did very well. I did very well. Right. I didn't achieve it.
Let Senator Nyamunga respond, and then I'll bring in Ruth and Daisy.
Yeah, first of all, I think this is a very important conversation. The entry of Karua, to me, is a big deal. And it is not a token. And even the women that we have had on board from day one, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, they are people who've really added a lot of value to our leadership, to the women folks. So by Karua coming on board, to me, and looking at her track record, in fact, Martha had been like even tried to be put at the back. Then from nowhere, because she's been very persistent, she believes in what she believes in today, and she's very consistent in what she believes in. I think that has carried the day for her. And by bringing her on board, it's not bringing one woman. I think she has, so many women have been brought on board, and we really want to associate with that. And looking at our party, ODM and Azimio as a whole, we are going to have a lot of women. The fact that I didn't make it does not make ODM non-committed to the leadership of women. I believe that ODM believes in the leadership of women. We have seen how we run our affairs, even in the party, and even right now, members of parliament that we have, looking, before we did not even, like from my region, we didn't have women MPs. But now the numbers are improving, and we want to make it even better. But the ones who have been brought on board, I don't want to believe that they are only weak candidates. They are, some of them are very strong. We have Millie on board. We have several other women who would say whatever they need to say without a blink. So I think to me it's a gain, and it is not a token. Women are making strides, and we are even at the county, I mean the county level. Kisumu, I think we are going to produce 7 women who are going to be elected at the county level. And it's not only in Kisumu, it cuts across. I think we are making the right stride. We are making strides, and we are on track. Kenya is coming from very far. We are from a
patriarchal
sort of arrangement. But bringing women on board to me is big, and we know that we are going to be somewhere. And I believe that by the time the government, the Azimio government, will be put in place, come the 9th of August this year, you will see a lot of women taking very great positions, and it will give Kenya a big stride forward moving.
With Alice and Senator Nyamga, very optimistic of their chances. Ruth?
Well, for me, I am in it not as a token. I'm here to say it for myself, not for others. I am not a token to anyone. I'm coming in to stand in the gap and to be the first person. I'll be in the first position to approve and disapprove, not to be reported to. So I am not a token. I just want to confirm Agano has not chosen a token. Yes.
But what are some of the other commitments that Agano is making, where the economic empowerment of women has been a huge talking point this morning, for instance? What are some of, does Agano have a similar document, for example, a women's charter or a manifesto that addresses the concerns of women?
Probably not a completed charter, but we are coming in to improve some of the laws. Laws on domestic violence, laws on property, protecting the woman property. Yes, and the people, the properties in terms of the ladies who are widowed, and the property is disappearing. Yes. All of a sudden, I cannot own a property because my husband has passed on. So for us, we are coming to improve. Those are some of the set plans that we have. But for the charter, we will bring it up as much as we are also planning to bring out our manifesto.